Okay, good morning, Ma'am Mary. So thanks for the time. Now we are from the group who want to present our project about batik wastewater treatment. So our title is Double Cleanser, Batik Waste Purification Using Filtration with Coconut Shell Charcoal and LED Radiation with Biomass Byproduct Adsorption. So here are the member of our group. That is Anagung Lubus Mahendra, and then Mustika Ikfa Darmayanti, Saidah Afifa, Galaxy Bintang Mahardika, and the last but not least is Zahra Raihana. So let's jump to the introduction. So wastewater created from batik or material industries is commonly a non-biodegradable natural compound that commonly an organic compound, which can cause ecological contamination, particularly of the water-going condition. So the release of the untreated batik waste. Oh, I'm sorry, maybe my voice is not clear. Check, is this my voice is clear now? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the release of untreated batik waste to the environment can harm the ecological in our environment. So for instance, it can kill the fishes in the water river, or it can contaminate the water if the river water is the main sources for the water sources for the society. So it can spread a disease then. So because of this problem, we need a good treatment for the batik waste. So to reduce the hazardous compound from batik wastewater, the treatment must be simple and cheap. So we are focusing on the simplest and the cheapest method. So why it need be simple? Because the treatment is simple, so the batik worker will be easier to apply this treatment in their production, and it must be cheap, so it wouldn't decrease the batik worker salary, so it will be doing continuously. So for the solution will be presented by my friend.
Okay, so after we know the problem of wastewater from batik industry, that the material is commonly a non-biodegradable natural compound, we were collected many solutions from that problem, include filtration, electrocoagulation, photocatalysis, adsorption, and many more. Among these, adsorption has many benefits due to its simple operation, high effectiveness, and no dangerous result. When the advantage and disadvantage of each process are compared, adsorption would be the best choice, and adsorbent are the principal key for adsorption process. Here, we were found alternative method to synthesis good adsorbent become argent. In late decade, biomass biomass waste received notable attention in stain removal. The waste is generated in high amount due to the increasing food industry associated with growing population and could be exploited in adsorbent production. Biomass waste that will be used in this experiment include coconut, coconut leaves, banana peels, and guava leaves. The reason we use banana peels because banana peels as a vegetable material is accepted to be a choice to remove the substantial metal contained in water as an adsorbent. The next material that we use as an adsorbent is guava leaves. Based on research, guava leaves had shown excellent absorption capacity for dyes. And there are several things that can affect the ability of guava leaves absorption, include absorbent dosage, initial dye concentration, pH, and temperature of percentage dye removal. The last material of biomass that we use as an adsorbent is coconut leaves. Why? Because coconut leaves has cellulose. Cellulose in coconut has a hydroxy-active groups that capable of binding textile dyes. As we know that our project is a double cleanser batik waste purification, and before doing absorption with biomass, we do filtration using charcoal of coconut shell as activated carbon. Coconut shell is a good activated carbon. This is because coconut shell has a large pores. And other than utilizing biomass waste, that filtration will with charcoal coconut shell, we also use LED light for the absorption process. Several studies on the light sensitivity of natural dyes employed for coloring fabric and yarns are available, and they highlighted that the stability of natural dyes is affected. For the next, the explanation of methodology and research objective will be explained by Saidah Afifah and Galaxy Bintang Mahardika.
Okay, you know that research objectives are important in a project. Why? Because this is where the beginning of what we will achieve in this project. So, this research aim is to find effective adsorbent for batik waste treatment using cheap and wide availability materials. It's also to find the activity and the optimum uptake of each biomass that involved in this research. And don't forget about the methodology. The following are the apparatus and materials used in the project and will be delivered by me. For apparatus include like LED, bottle, mortar, steering bar, beaker glass, measuring flask, indicator pH, valves, spectrophotometer, carton, analytical balance, spatula, spray bottle, flannel, dropper drop, and water hose. And for the materials, there are red remazole powder, activated carbon, sands, gravel, and biomass. For the biomass, use is banana peels, guava leaf, and coconut leaf. And the last in the methodology is the procedure. Will be explained by Saidah Afifah.
Okay, I will explain about the procedure. There are 5 procedures in this experiment. The first procedure is preparation of the materials. Drained biomass like banana peel, guava leaf, and coconut leaf, and blended with a blender. After that, the biomass are weighed 5 grams respectively. The second procedure is preparation apparatus. Set up the equipment according to the prototype designed in the slide. With the arrangement is the button after the lid is placed flannel to filter the absorption solution. After that, put dacron up to 3 centimeters. Continue with gravel up to 4 centimeters. Then put flannel for separator. On the flannel, put activated carbon up to 5 centimeters. Put flannel again, and the final layer is sand up to 4 centimeters. This arrangement is the best result from the paper Sethi Edla Venka in 2017. The next procedure is preparation of the calibration curve. Make a set standard solution with concentration 20 ppm of remazole by weight 0.005 grams remazole powder and dissolve it in a beaker glass until the volume is 250 ml. Another standard solution derived from this parent solution that is 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18 ppm. The absorbance of the ion concentration of standard solution Remazole are measured by UVV spectrometer with wavelength of 516 nanometer, measuring respectively sample using UVVs and met the calibration curve. The next procedure is filtration process. Remazole solution or liquid batik waste that collect from Batik Tradisi Bogor from Naftol are provided, poured into a device that had been made early, allowed until the solution dropped over the inside of the bottle, and for 250 milliliter standard solution introduced to the prototype for twice filtration. Then, the filtered absorbent and measured using UVVs in wavelength 516 nanometer. This measurement is carried out to see the difference between filtered using activated carbon and etc. and using biomass and lighted with LED. And the last procedure is adsorption process. So, 5 gram of each biomass were ended into 50 milli the filtrate. The contact time is 0 until 12 hours along with irradiation using LED lamp. LED lamp, it is more focused to inhibit the growth of bacteria that might be happen when in absorption process. Blanco solution are involved in this process. This measurement Blanco aims to determine the amount of absorption by substances that are not analyzed. The filtered absorbance then measured using UVVs in wavelength 516 nanometer. And the next result and discussion will be explained with Gung Mahendra.
Okay, so here are our expected result according to the literature review that we've done. So, at the first, the coconut shell is widely available in Indonesia. This is the main reason of the utilization of the coconut shell in our project. So, as we can see here, this is the our calibration curve of a Remazole red, 20 ppm, and the other standard solution. So the same images under the calibration curve is the same images of the activated carbon. So the activated carbon has a pore, which is the pore will be increases according to the increases calcination temperature. So this is the result according to the research that perform that performed by the citation is below. So in this research, this is the optimum result of the optimum result in the paper. So the optimum result is in the time contact of 25 minutes with the pH of 7 and the COD effluent milligram per liter of oxygen is the least one, which is 148 milligram per liter. So this least number of chemical oxygen demand means that the number of the dye retain or remain in the water the least one, and then uh, and then the utilization of the coconut leaf. So this is the data we take according to the research that done by Mustikawati in 2018. So the day absorption that they perform is according to the Remazole brilliant blue dye. So this is, we can see here the raw material of coconut leaf and the delignification one. So this is the optimum result of the research. And the contact time is 15 minutes with the amount of the adsorbent is 0.1 gram in 25 milliliter of the standard solution or in the sample. So the adsorbed dye for the raw material is 10.6 milligram per gram, and the adsorbed material in the delignification is 10.7 milligram per gram. So here we can see there's no much differences between the treated one or the delignification coconut leaf and the raw material. So it means it accepted as the first aim of our research that it needs to be simple. And then why coconut leaf can binding with the dye? Because the coconut leaf contains cellulose, and the cellulose contain the hydroxyl group that can make an interaction with the dye functional group. And then the utilization of the guava leaf. So according to the research result, that the utilization of the guava leaf in the removal of the chromium ion or the heavy metals. So the optimum absorption found in contact time of 90 minutes with the efficiency of 99.67%. That is quite impressive that almost 100% of the chromium ion was removed from the solution. So the amount of the dose of the guava leaf that introduced to the sample is 2 gram per liter with the concentration of the chromium is 10 milligram per liter. So this is about the removal of the heavy metals. And then the three graph we can see here, which is the utilization of the guava leaf and compare with the activated carbon in order to remove the auramin dye in the solution. So this is a three variation solution as said in the figure here, the effect of time and concentration of auramin dye. So here the percent removal according to them to the time contact, more longer the time contact, the percent removal will be increases. And then the black dot is the utilization of the percent removal of the guava leaf, and the brown one and the gray one, I'm sorry, and the gray one is the presentation removal of the activated carbon. So the guava leaf has a percent removal higher than the activated carbon, that more than approximately about a 90% removal of the auramin dye in the solution. And then the last of our adsorbent is the utilization of the banana peel in order to removal the dye in the batik waste. Here the figure A, as we can see here, is the same images before the adsorption. So before the adsorption, as we can see, the surface of the banana peel is a little bit rogue, as we can see here, and the B1 is the after adsorption. So after the adsorption, the surface become smoother, and the surface becomes smoother. We are also provided an FTER spectrum in our report, but we can show it here because it's already full for the presentation for the PPT. And then according to the FTER spectrum before and after the adsorption, there are several functional groups that detect in the after adsorption, because according to the binding or the interaction between the banana peel and the functional group of the dye. So here in the table are provided several maximum uptake or optimum result of several research according to the some type of dyes. So here are methyl orange, and the contact time is and with the variation of in contact time. So here are methyl orange with the maximum uptake is 21.0 milligram per gram, and then methylene blue 211.9 milligram per gram. So here the two data here according that we cite it from the two paper. So between a different paper, we are also review about it. So here not provided the percent removal of the remazole red, but we can assume that our result or our expected result will be similar with this because of this structural of the Remasol rate is similar with the other structure of the dye. So we assume that our expected result will be similar with the result are shown in the screen. So, and then the last one is about the irradiation using a UV LED. So the UV LED that we use here are not to decompose or degrade for the dye degradation. If we want to the LED irradiation to degrade the dye, we need a photocatalysis. But we don't want to add any photocatalysis in our project, because if we added, let's say about a titanium oxide or something, that photocatalyst will be hard to separate it from our filtrate then. So it will be just become another contaminant in our result. The utilization of the LED irradiation is to inhibit the growth of the bacteria that might be involved in our project. So we are avoided another impurities or another effect that maybe affect our project. So the growth of the bacteria in our system when the adsorption process is performed, it can interfere our result. For example, the bacteria that maybe can digest the dye, digest the dye compound, or the bacteria that can digest our adsorbent. So we want to remove it from our projects. So we use the LED radiations to inhibit the growth of the bacteria. And then the conclusion will be explained by Mustika and Father Lian.
So, from our presentation, we can conclude that adsorption using biomass by product quite effective and easy to perform in home industrial batik. A good activity from the adsorbent and the availability of the material is the main reason of the utilization. Coconut leaf between the delignification and the raw material have almost similar optimum uptake for the day. Guava leaf has optimum uptake until 99.67% for chromium and around 90% in the dye removal. Banana peel adsorbent has a variant optimum uptake that depends on the system. The LED irradiation is effective to inhibit the bacterial growth.
Okay, so that's all about our project. So I hope we can do it better in the next time. So thank you for the time and good morning.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
I would like to ask you why you give your project the project name double clincer. What is the idea? So you give your project name as double cleanser.
Okay, ma'am. So we use the name of the double cleanser to make like the branded of our project. So to make people interesting to hear our project. And the double cleanser that we focus on here is the filtration and the adsorption, because we combine to step in our focus on two step in our project to remove or to in the purification of the batik waste.
Can you go back to your first design in the methodology? If I'm not mistaken, so you mean the double cleanser because you cleanse with the two step. Is it right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Like this case, the first idea, this part, right?
I'm sorry, man. Can you repeat, please?
The first cleanse, it was performed by this part, isn't it?
By the filtration part.
Okay, in the filtration, what medium you use, because this is too small? What material you use?
Oh, in the filtration.
Yeah, in this part.
Yeah, in the filtration, from the top to bottom, we use sand, then activated carbon, and then gravel, then cotton.
Okay. So in this part, you just use LED.
Oh, that part. Yeah, that
Yeah.
LED for the irradiation. Yeah.
Okay. I want to suggest you for your methodology, because you put everything. Next time, if you present, maybe you make the big flow, the main flow first. So instead to write the small thing like this, rather make a flow. Okay, make a flow, and maybe you don't need to so detail. For example, the cartoon, the dropper. Okay, the dropper, because everybody will know that you will use the dropper. It will like important point, because you have to highlight only the point that very important in your part. First, the second one so means that you make the flow instead to make the small thing like this. Then after that, you maybe make only the procedure in a simple way. So for example, this is the first walk, second walk. So that's why we named the project as a double cleanser. Then you explain the highlight important. For example, this is we use LED. The LED has a wavelength like this. Okay, then the next thing is for the dye. For the dye, I heard that you use a real sample wastewater from batik industry, which is main component is naphthol, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Then
ma'am.
also red remazole, okay, for your current project. Okay, can you go back to the next slide? Go to the next slide. Okay. For the next slide, since you use, let's say you use the real wastewater, so it is better, only suggestion, that you use only the dye that you highlight on in the material or in your methodology. For example, okay, if you use methyl orange, here, methyl blue, orange, and so on, but it's not related to your first idea, it is better not to show, because you just focus to the either naphthol or remazole. So better you just focus on, let's say, if you cannot find remazole blue, or if you cannot find the specific naphthol, you can just choose remazole only. So this thing maybe not necessary to show. Okay, why? Do you know the reason why you should choose the only related to your project?
Yeah, because if the similar like Remesol red and then Remesol blue, maybe the structure of the chemical will be a little bit similar. Then we use another type of the dye. I think that's the reason.
Okay, that's right. So that's why you can focus on only to the specific dyes that you use, because they have different structure. Different structure, of course, the discussion will be different also. And also, so that's why I suggest you to choose only the Remasol and Naphthol in order to specify and sharpen your discussion. And okay, can you go? Okay, actually, what is your idea at the beginning instead of the double cleanser adsorption and using the LED light? What's your main idea?
Okay, ma'am. I want to tell what our main, what we think in our group about this project. So because this project, if the project is success, will be applied in the batik industrial. So we need something that simple and the material is wide availability around the batik production house. Like we use coconut leaf, and then we use guava leaf, and then we use banana peel because it is a wide availability, and the waste is we can find it easily every day. So if the project is success, it can be continuously applied in the batik production. And then the double cleanser that we use here is to enhance our dye removal. So because of that, we use the filtration first. After the filtration, and then we make sure maybe some of the dye will be removed, and then we absorb, and it can maximum it can max so we can get the maximum result in our project.
Okay, you said 3 materials: guava leaf, banana peels, and coconut. What part of
Coconut leaf.
coconut leaf?
Coconut leaf, yeah.
Okay. Do you have the scientific reason why you choose these 3 materials?
Yeah, first, before we going to the scientific reason to choose this material, like what I said before, that we need to abundant, that the material must be abundant first. And after the material abundant, then our team, they start to make a research about the material that we are going to use in this project. So before we presented this, we are have a several list of biomass waste that we're going to use, but we already eliminate some of the material because its availability and about its scientific reason is not too good. So we only choose the material that have a good scientific reasons to use, and the material that have abundant around of our plant.
Okay, talking about the abundance of the materials. For example, the guava leaf. Can you get easily the material for the guava leaf? Is it sustained for the long time? So how big the quantity you need to produce the, let's say, in your process, activated carbon? So you need to consider also, because if you say you want to use the waste, first thing, whether they have capacity, for example, or potential. For example, let's say from the structure, I think you mentioned several times that they have cellulose, and cellulose, like the capacity and how long they can sustain. For example, you need to cut all the trees, so meaning that it's not sustained. The third point, if you solve the problem of the dye treatment, what happened after your process? Can you reuse in your expected prediction? Will you use again the process? I mean, your double cleanser? Can you regenerate the material and the process? Of course, the LED will be as it is, not changing, but for the material, can you repeat again? Like twice, 3 times, 4 times?
Okay, ma'am.
For that you read, how many times? Is there any limit?
So before I continue, maybe the other friends want to discuss this in this session. Maybe Zahra or Via or another. So ma'am, according to the paper that we use in our project, according to the paper, that the utilization of the banana peel, it can be regenerate using regenerate, and then it can be maximally using up to twice. So we can use it two times in order as absorbent. And our plans after the removal of the dye, that we want to use the absorbent, the waste of the absorbent after the absorption as a as what is mean in English? I forget about it. As a pupuk
Fertilizer?
fertilizer, yeah, fertilizer, as a fertilizer. So yeah, like that. I'm sorry, I forget what I.
Yeah, you have to think first. The idea is okay, but you need to think for the environment aspect. You solve one problem, but you create another problem.
Yeah, that is one our consideration now about thing. If we use it as a fertilizer, it maybe the binding will be released and then just go. Or yeah, we can use a bacterial agent and then we decompose all of the adsorbent after the absorption. That is our still in our discussion, but we are not provided here.
Okay, thank you. The next suggestion, it is better you, like I mentioned before, for the methodology, you, for the next time maybe or for the next presentation, the main flow of your methodology no need to come with the detail one, because if you come with the many texts, people will get bored with your text. It is better to draw in flow. Then after that, you saw your highlight only. For example, I use these two types of the process. The first process is blah, blah, blah. Second process is blah, blah, blah. Then don't forget, since you are chemist, you have to come up with the structure of the dye that you want to treat. For example, use naphthol, you come with the structure of the naphthol. And for the remasol, you come up with the structure of remasol. After that, you try to elaborate with the structure that come from your material. If it is physically bonding only, or maybe the interaction only for the physics, not the chemical bonding, since this is an absorption process, this is mainly by physisorption, you come with the something that the mechanism, how the structure or how the surface or how the pore, like you saw in this figure, that you come, find some result with the specific structure, how the structure of the carbon, for example, interact with the dye structure or the dye functional group, because this is not a chemical, if I'm not mistaken, this is option. So how the interaction? If it is not chemical option, so which part, then how the mechanism? Okay, then you have to come also in the in the good, how to say, result in discussion. Okay, you saw some finding here, but better for me, I know, because a part of my project, but for people that not familiar, you come with maybe, for example, our result in discussion. First, the target is to remove the color, for example. Then to remove the color, we need several parameters. For example, this is everything in percent removal. Then what is this? This is, okay, calibration curve. Okay, the percent removal not only by see how many percent the color already removed by the material, but also so many parameter, maybe the mass, like you already shown actually, the mass, the pH you mentioned, the size of the adsorbent, what else? The doses or the mass maybe sometimes same. The what else?
The temperature.
Time, yeah, the temperature. Okay, so many things you come, then you saw this is some finding rather than removal, because removal, since this is paper, normally they already succeed to remove the color. So you come with the step by step, so people can easily to understand. Okay, don't forget to solve the structure for the die, because the die, they have group each other, then they have specific structure. Maybe you can work with the Remasol, but for the other adsorbent cannot work with the Remasol. It depends on, yeah, that's why you discuss. Any question? I think this is only my suggestion. Any question to me? If no question.
Okay, ma'am.
Almost 1 hour.
Ma'am, can I ask something, ma'am?
Okay.
The reason that we use the methyl orange, methyl blue, of course, we look at the structure. We already look at the structure because we are not because we can't find the paper that are talking about Remazole red, that we find something like similar. So at the first, I see that a sulfuric functional group in the Remazole, and then I looking for something, looking for another dyes that maybe contain the sulfuric dyes. It can be can we assume that can we assume that the interaction will be approximately similar with with the dyes we provide here? Just seeing because of it has some, not all of the functional group, but some of the functional group is the same. So how can we deal with it, ma'am?
Okay, if you are not sure about the structure, you show first the structure, because Remasol is the common dye. Maybe only the different is the color. Of course, there is some functional group is different. But if you try to find the paper about Remasol, I think so many paper about Remasol. But for the particular Remasol blue, maybe you have to find out, because maybe not so specific. Yeah, so better you compare. If you want to see details, you compare. You come with the structure of the methyl orange, for example, and you come with the structure of the Remasol. If it is the main, because the structure is very big, if it is the main structure is same, maybe you can use it. If no, you try to find the other Remasol, or try to find the other naphthol, because naphthol also they have many types. So maybe they have only, if you come with the same Remasol but different color, it may be have similar structure, even though some small functional group is different. This is my suggestion.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks for your suggestion. Hopefully, we can show a better one in the next presentation.
Okay. Do you have any planning to use this idea for example, for the other project, or if for the other, let's say for the PKM, project kreativitas, program kreativitas mahasiswa?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, we want doing another project, but we need to find another paper that more related or similar with our treatment that we are doing in this project. So because in this project that we presented now, that the maybe some of the dice have the different structure, so we need to compile another supportive paper for our project. Maybe we can apply or for the proposed in the PKM or another event, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope that you can submit the proposal to another funding organization, for example, the DICTY and so on. And one thing also I forget, for your process, actually, you have done for calibration curve only, right?
Yeah.
Only that. Any other progress? Only calibration? Any treatment you already conducted? Not yet?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay, since you don't have any data, only the calibration, one thing also actually I want to remind you, if you have some data, you highlight. Until now, we get this data. We use this, like what I comment to Indra's group. If you use, for example, certain volume, certain quantity, you saw. If no, okay, no matter. Because if you have some data, and then if you already conduct, of course, you have recorded the data. So you saw first, then you go to the continue your idea by complementary from the other papers. Okay, the last question. Do you allow me to put your presentation in the YouTube?
Yeah, ma'am. I think it's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will put maybe for the temporary, since this is your idea, maybe for the temporary, I will think to better to get some mark from your friend, or I don't know, if no time, maybe I will mark by myself. Okay, because the Indra's group also I already put into the YouTube. Let me see first. Okay, any question? Because the time almost 1 hour, then the Zoom will close automatically because I said 1 hour. Any question?
I think enough, ma'am.
Okay, so all member participated in this time of representation. So I don't need to mention your name. So Saida, any question?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Zahra?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Mustika?
Okay.
Galaxy? Galaxy?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay, Boom?
No, ma'am. Maybe another time.
Okay, thank you. I close this presentation today.